And we're back from break. Alright, so you guys have changed into below outfits, those of you who wanted to change. You are staring up at fireworks as they go off overhead and bloom and cover the sky and just coat this clearing. And after you guys have finally caught your breath, the little twig yanks itself out of Vitani's hand. And Nobara catches it in her beak, and it starts tugging her through the trees. Just through the valley into trees, and Yuji flies after, and I assume you guys give chase.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
if Brittany starts chasing them, once I assume she will, Rhea will be right there with her.
Augie gives the kind of chase where he's also keeping an eye on Mist, because we're not having another cat mint incident. Not right now.
Whereas Mist is running, keeping an eye on Augie, thinking that he probably can't keep up. So they're probably like both watching each other, thinking the other is going to be the problem.
God. So I want everybody to make another athletics check.
Oh
God.
We've already established that no character I've ever played has been good at this.
Not as great, but still not bad.
Oh my god, I actually did a good job this time.
Did you roll a 2?
I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 2. Going back
I rolled
to
a
the
9.
Oofa. Alright, so Vitani, that fog that you're feeling, that drive, that pull, it gets brighter and hotter, and you start to hear comforting laughter and voices of people talking and cheering, and those slowly start to fade, and then you hear a sound that makes you jerk to the right, and you veer off from the path. And you stop, and you stare at this beautiful green archway that's covered with ivy and moss and almost invisible because of the kudzu around it. And it is just smack dab in the middle of these thick trees that make this wall that you didn't see before. Rhea, you roll up and you see Vitani turn sharply, and you almost miss her, and you scramble forward, and then you back up and you turn, and Vitani is staring intently at an archway, and as you go to maybe reach out for her, you see something shift in the archway. Zulamar, you are running after these two. You got a second wind. Gonna catch them. You watch both of these two duck in, and you chase after them, and they are staring at some trees. Just kind of chilling, staring at trees.
So I'm not
Mist.
seeing the same thing that they are.
You see vines and trees. You don't really see an archway.
Gotcha.
Mist, kind of the same thing, but you sort of hear laughter. Just kind of people talking. Like a party. Like a potluck.
Weird.
Ahsoka, you see them turn, and it's this way, yeah? And you turn, no, not that way. You back up, and when you do, you bump into Augie. And then Augie is sort of like, which way did they go? And the two of you spend a few moments lost in the woods.
Oh, great.
We lost them, didn't we?
Yeah. I saw them, and then they just disappeared. They just turned a corner. Worst.
We're very
Yeah,
enthusiastic.
I'm gonna have to work on some form of non-running based transportation. Some sort of non-running based discipline for those kids. All right. Well, I can't exactly find them by looking. I have a rope, thank you. It's for vertical problems, not horizontal ones. I'm gonna do the smart thing, and I'm going to try to follow the sounds of fireworks, and go, oh, there's a firework in that direction. Let's go that way.
All right, follow you.
So, roll a perception, but with disadvantage.
Aw.
Damn it.
Well, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. It's still fine. Perception's not a bad thing for me, except of course I'm me. So
I rolled an 18 and an 8.
Oh,
Does Andrea get to roll?
I don't know. Does Andrea get to roll?
If you want Andrea to roll.
Well, good, because Andrea's got better at this than I do. I rolled a 10,
Okay.
which is fine. Does Andrea also get disadvantage? I'm assuming so.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no. Andrea rolled the fucking natural one. Andrea don't know shit.
You're like, Andrea, do you see things? Andrea's like, I am a robot.
It's spinning in circles like a Roomba.
Help,
just
master.
literally sitting there like,
Help, master, I'm near a ledge.
yeah, follow the fireworks. And it's just following me, and I'm like, did Andrea think that I meant? Oh.
Dear YouTube, the chat is just pictures of Roombas and cats.
Mine was R2D2, thank you very much.
Yes, and R2D2.
He's the fanciest Roomba you ever met.
So the fireworks are going off overhead, but because of the way the forest is dense and thick, it's making it sound like it's coming from everywhere because they are going off above you. In the in-between, I will say, because you guys were not that far away, it takes a few minutes, but you do... I'm gonna say... Mist, you probably realize... Where is my old man in a Hawaiian trench coat? And you back out of the clearing and you see them, you see both Augie and Ahsoka just kind of stumbling, looking around, like, where the fuck are they?
Yeah.
Do you do anything? Or do you just stare at them?
Oh, sorry. I will call out and be like, what are you guys doing? Are you coming?
Yeah, we are just holding up the rear, making sure that,
Roll a deception check.
Oh god,
with
no.
Disadvantage.
Oh god, no.
Mist, to be honest, wouldn't have believed him anyway, no matter what he said.
I got a 12. I am being deceptive.
Yeah, I don't think you even believe yourself.
Well, I'm not even trying to be in.
So as you guys get back to the group, Yuji and Nobara are sitting in front of this archway with this little twig, and Nobara is pulling the twig back as it tries to shoot through the archway, and Yuji is trying to help push Nobara away from the archway. Vitani. Hold on. You see something in the archway. What do you do? That's not what I meant to type. That's what I meant to type. If you want to, you can do whatever you want. Rhea. Where are you?
pervert is stuck near a cliff.
My computer takes a long time to load anything. But oh, we get secret types.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a thing as well.
I think our Roomba is named Dean 2.0.
I don't own a Roomba. I own a broom, though.
A
And
broom.
I own
a Broomba.
I do. I own a broom and 2 vacuums.
When we see these things, do we still feel like enamored, or
Yes.
do we feel like threatened?
You do not feel threatened in the slightest. You feel
Okay.
familiar.
Why am I covered in pen?
The Roomba is named after Dean Winchester because my mother is actually a Supernatural fan. We're not going to talk about the contradiction that is my incredibly conservative Christian parents enjoying Supernatural.
Yeah, no, we're just not going to mention that. Vitani is typing for YouTube's sake. That's why we're being quiet.
Yeah.
But yes, Rhea, you feel very comfortable and very... at home, I guess. I will also say this to you, I'll type it out. I think it's funny. Okay, I sent it.
Thanks.
Remember the last time I typed that to you?
Oh no.
It's taken a hot second. But as soon as this comes in, I think you know what's gonna happen, Amber.
Bye, y'all.
Alright.
Vitani is staring in awe before her at a creature she's never seen before. Well, that isn't entirely true. She's seen one. She's hunted one. She wears one. But what stands before her is nothing like anything she's ever seen. Her feet carry her forward, arms slightly outstretched, palms up. Hi, she breathes, speaking softly to the utterly gorgeous, powerful, fiery bear that stands before her. When it snuffles and snorts at her, she makes the noises back, approaching it as much as it will allow her to. This feels right.
Rhea, go get it.
Rhea just takes off in a sprint.
You gotta get it, and
Again.
it's running. It's going down the path.
Does she change any?
Yes, actually, as you are going down the path, the further down the path you get, you slowly start to change to be able to chase it faster.
Okay. So Rhea sees a giant wolf in front of her, and one that feels like very familiar. And it takes off running, and she takes off right behind it. And as she does, she starts shifting and taking on more feral, wolfy features than she's ever shown before.
Vitani, as you reach out and you brush your hand over the top of this bear, of the bear's head, you bend down to press your head against its forehead, and when you open your eyes, you're the same height as it. And all of your friends watch as you transform into a bear on fire as you cross the archway.
Oh dear.
No, maybe that's her thing. We all have our things. Maybe that's her thing.
You also get an intense urge to chase Rhea.
Why?
Yay, wolf friends.
Oh, great. Thank you, Red, for that gif.
Dear YouTube, it's Brother Bear.
Alright. That's not even the most unusual thing we've seen the past week.
So your friends are running down a pathway through the woods. Shifted. What do you guys do?
Azuma
you're
is taken
chasing
right
Rhea.
off.
I mean, I guess we're chasing the bear.
I'm gonna fucking leave.
You know, that's probably what she looks like too.
Yeah, no, Zulema does not even wait to find out if the group is going to make a group decision. As soon as Vitani starts moving in bear form, Zulema is taken off after.
Mist is just gonna do like an exasperated sigh as Zulamar takes off after a flaming bear, and look at Augie and who else was behind? Ahsoka, and be like, well, I guess, and she'll follow them too.
Yeah.
Augie's just nonchalantly going, like, my magic's a toddler. This is not even close to as weird as that. Just let's see. Let's go down this road. Let's just.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. This is our life now.
So
we gotta stop him.
I would like to introduce everyone to the map. For YouTube, it's been on screen this entire time. For you guys, you know where it is. It's in Atmosphere and Images. Do you see that lovely pathway at the top of the map?
Yes.
Yes.
And it has that beautiful, just sort of curve. Imagine it's a little bit longer than this.
I'm imagining.
And there's something in the way.
I'm imagining more walking.
It's more like running. I want Rhea and Vitani to roll me Arcana checks with advantage.
Oh, good for them.
You can use your regular stats. There's a specific reason.
You said Arcana with what?
Your regular stats and advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh, well, I mean, I already rolled good, but let's try again.
Is that with advantage? Okay.
Where's my Arcana? Oh, there it is.
Okay,
cool. 0. Okay, well, 17 as well.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
You see that bunch of little trees that are right there at the entrance before you stumble into the Moon Cove? As you run through those bushes and those trees and that shrubbery and the vines that block out this area that you can't see through that little bushy area, when you stumble forth, you are no longer a wolf or a bear. You are yourself, but you feel like you've unlocked a part of your life that you did not know was hidden from you. And you now have access to that wild shape. You are also in the middle of a full-blown festival where people are shooting off fireworks and laughing, and there are people that are half transformed, and there are animals running around, and it's a full-blown party.
How far behind is the rest of the group?
Not far. I'll say you guys will get there about now. By the way, Vitani, Yuji, and Nobara have come to collect their spots back on your shoulders and arms.
I feel like Rhea just feels like a little overwhelmed, like she hasn't really been in control of herself and is kind of in awe.
All right.
Yeah, Mistle just kind of like walk in and look up, and she's staring around at the fireworks up in the sky, and I assume the tents in the distance, like, and then looks back towards where they came from. Kind of like, what the fuck? This is in the middle of nowhere. And then look to Vitani and say, I guess this is where your magic stick was leading us?
Honey
And
says,
Vitani,
"Sure, go ahead."
Vitani is breathless and elated, staring down at her hands and then looking over at Rhea. Did you know we could do that?
Did not. That explains the howling. No. It feels right.
Zulimar's gonna look around them and then see that Yuji and Nobara are back on Vitani's shoulders and be like, well, I guess the stick did lead us here. Although the whole wolf bear thing was a little unexpected.
As you guys are gathered and sort of collecting yourself, somebody comes out of the first shop that you see, the one on your right. It's a skinny man who has sort of beads trailing down his shoulders, and he has soft green hair, and it's done up in a bun, and there's a little pin in it. And he looks at both of, or pretty much all of you, but specifically at Vitani and Rhea, and he says, well, how do you do? You new here? No, not that. Not yet.
You could say that.
I can kind of tell.
Tawny's typing.
I will wait for Vitani to type. Him too skinny to be dust.
Yeah, when you said bun and stuff, I was like, nope, never mind, hang on.
Vitani steps towards him and nods, still riding the eye of that shift. What is this place?
Oh, this is the Moon Cove. Welcome, my name's Pistachio. He holds out his hands to shake. I'm a rabbit shifter.
Oh wow, the name suddenly makes sense.
Said the Moon Cove.
Yeah, Moon Cove. We
This is
worship
where
the
Dr.
goddess of the
Larl-
moon. She keeps us safe and she brings us together.
Tell us more about this moon. No, I didn't actually say that.
Yes, the moon.
Yes.
The place that
The
Dr.
moon.
Laurel told us
We
to
know
find.
exactly what you're talking about.
Vitani shakes his hand and says, Vitani, I'm a bear shifter?
Pistachio nods and says, it's a little startling for anybody when they first find out what they are. Don't worry. Your animal's been with you always. It's normal. And he waves toward the festivities and goes, do you need someone to show you around?
So you can tell this is our first time.
Oh yeah, we meet people all the time.
Zulmar nods and goes, yes, we would appreciate being shown around.
Cool, let
shit.
me close up my shop really quick. And he's going to go start walking toward the shop. What do you guys do?
Mist.
Yeah.
I think
Love
we've
it.
come upon. Okay, so that you heard like that's a rabbit shifter, right?
Yes.
And Vitani is apparently a bear shifter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think We found the home of the shapeshifters.
She's just
Oh
glare
my
at him.
god.
And just like for a second, she's not gonna say anything. You can just see like the emotions flicker past her face, like it's annoyance, anger, embarrassment. And then finally she just kind of looks at him and she's like, we're never gonna make any friends.
You have me as a friend.
I feel like there was a moment in the middle of there where she's like, maybe he's right now.
Zulimar's just gonna kind of rub at his face and be like,
Augie just has this look of pride in his eyes. He's just so proud of the damage that has caused.
And Mist is gonna turn away from Mist is gonna turn away from him and then to the group, and she's gonna say, "I'm adopted."
I mean,
What?
I thought you were related.
Who told you?
Zulimar's just gonna sigh and go, noted.
He looks. Oh god, and he's in that outfit. Oh fuck.
Damn it!
I love that movie.
Oh. All right.
So eventually, Pistachio comes back. Goes, alright, so what do you guys want to know? Where do you want to go first?
Zulimar's just gonna go, what are you guys celebrating?
We're celebrating the moon's highest. And he points to the sky, and if you look up, the moon is full.
Oh.
Sorry, the moon of what?
The moon's highest.
The moon highest, sorry.
We don't really know anything about this place, so where's the best place to start?
Oh, well, for the festival, you can go and you can get food. Food's always good. I like food. You can get games are being had. You can try and win some prizes. You can walk around and buy things from the shops. You can go see the Magic Man. Magic Man's always fun. You could go talk to the goddess. You could go to the view and look around.
Where would someone go if they are beyond confused?
But what? You're looking at him. I mean, confused about what?
Augie is going to say in Dwarven, this might be a good time to do that vibe check about them being racist against up-abovers.
Rhea's gonna speak back in Dwarven. Should I tell him?
I don't know. We should probably do a vibe check first. Also, you could speak Dwarven. Noted.
While you two were talking, Vitani said something.
While they're discussing in Dwarven, Vitani says, the goddess? She turns to Pistachio. We can speak to her?
Oh, yeah, she's either out doing some of the games or in the goddess hall.
Oh, she's like legit.
Yeah, she's the one that gave us our powers. She keeps us safe here.
Yes. What we're confused about is we're kind of, definitely new to this area. Didn't know we had these abilities at all. We kind of just got led here.
Did you have a divining stick?
We did.
Oh, then somebody knew about you and having things, and I'm not like. Listen, I literally run the leather shop. I can't answer all of your questions. I don't know that much, but a lot of people that come here, they just kind of end up here because they found out that they can shift into things, the moon has sway over them, blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that.
How far do people before they get here?
I don't know, man. I was born here.
Yeah, but I mean, you get people out of town, as you said.
Some people want to talk
How
about it, some
far?
people don't. I mean, it's not my business.
Why not?
Huh.
What is the Zulumaga's, what is the furthest you've heard of people coming from?
Not to pry, we're just...
He is going to point toward the barn. The dude in there, Sycamore, he's from like, I don't know, across the lush marsh. That's pretty far.
Hmm.
I mean, there's probably more. People don't talk about where they're from. It doesn't matter. Once you're here, you're here.
Huh.
It just kind of feels strange to stumble upon this place, stumble upon these abilities, and then just party.
Pistachio holds out both of his arms, laughing, and goes, "Welcome to fucking paradise."
Okay.
All right.
So Zuluma goes, so who we were before arriving here is of no consequence. What matters is that we were led here for some reason.
Pistachio is going to raise an eyebrow while still smiling and just go, are you good? Talking in a bunch of fucking riddles. Do you need to see the magic man?
I just explained, we've had a run-in with a place that was not as welcoming
Magic man.
to those as far away as us.
You
But I
know,
would like to see this magic man.
yeah. I'm starting to get more and more intrigued by the mention of that.
Alright, well, he's currently doing a show, so do you want to wait after the show, or?
I would
Oh,
like
yeah,
to see
that
this
went-
show.
What kind of show?
Interrupt him.
He's
Yeah.
going to point up at the sky as the fireworks go off.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Look up.
that's a nice show.
Like we said, we're new.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
That's
As
not a
he's
bad
talking
show.
and waving his hand off, someone's going to come out from between the glass shop and the cloth shop, and they're going to be coming from the cloth shop, and it's going to be a woman with a baby on her hip, and she's a little heavy set, and she's got like short buzz cut hair, and she's going to walk over to you guys and go, "I'm so sorry. Is he bothering you? Are you bothering them? He's so annoying. I'm so sorry. He does this all the time."
No, he's not.
Mm,
He's
quite
been
helpful.
delightful.
Okay, look, if he starts to bother you, you let somebody know. He gets a little full of himself, and Pistachio's gonna be like, "Fuck you." And she'll be like, "I have a child on my hip. Will you watch your mouth?" Anyway, I'm Papaya. Y'all need me? I run the clothing store right back here. If you need anything. I'm gonna go get my kids some cotton candy. They're losing their minds. I'll talk to y'all later. You guys have fun. Nice to meet you,
Well,
whoever you are. Bye. She's gonna walk down the path.
This place is incredibly friendly. I don't know whether my guards should be down.
Vitani says, Vitani is enamored by all the festivities, having to resist just wandering into the crowds, and then says, "Thank you, Papaya."
Papaya is gonna wave and then distract her child because her child is trying to lean over and touch one of you, and she's like, "No, honey, that's rude. Don't touch strangers."
Who is the kid trying to touch?
Vitani.
Oh. You don't touch the fire person. It'll burn.
Pistachio's just gonna be like, "Sorry, that's Papaya."
Vitani's never felt so calm and disarmed. Also, I feel like Vitani's so used to small children reaching for her that she can, like, drop the temperature on herself really well, like, at the drop of a hat.
Rhea's gonna kind of turn to Augie when he said that, doesn't know if he should drop his guard. She's like, I don't know if it's this strange warm feeling in my chest, but I don't think I felt as welcomed here. This is the first time I felt so welcomed. Ever.
Pistachio's gonna look between you guys and go, where the fuck y'all were wasn't good. Sorry, this papaya is in the fucking back of my brain now.
That comes natural to you.
Shut up! Leave me alone!
I love you, but it's so true.
The real lore is that Pistachio puts on a Slavic accent to be aggressive to strangers, but actually just has the same southern accent as everyone else.
No!
Because they're all from the same place.
It's been
Matani
years
said-
trying to bury this accent. Leave me alone.
Vitani says, I have a good feeling about this place.
Well,
I think I'm gonna like it here.
I guess Zulima's gonna go, well, if they say it's good, then let's just... Pistachio,
just-
please, where's this temple?
The goddess hall.
Yes, the goddess hall.
Alright, you're going to have to go through the homes. It's sort of it's a straight shot. You'll probably pass a bunch of people out there roasting marshmallows on their front lawn. I mean, depends. At the entrance, you're going to meet a guard. You can just say, I want to see the goddess. If she's out there, she might be playing games. We don't know. She likes to wander. But you guys were talking about the magic man too, and he's going to point between the two giant tents and go, if you go down that walkway, just straight there, you will see the view, which is this big fucking tower. Big tower. It's between that and then this long thin building where we make our weapons, you know, got to protect yourself from, like, you know, I don't know, I don't
we
fight.
know.
I don't fight things, I just make stuff. But the
We
building
know.
between that's the magic man.
Right. Thank you.
He's also going to point out the two sort of uncolored boxes. One of them is a stage and one of them is a pen full of animals. The little bunch of lines and dots, that's an obstacle course. Then there's food stalls scattered throughout. There are game stalls scattered throughout. There's... Coming from the tent are the fireworks, by the way. The master tent, not the minor tent. There's also other shops to the side that have people mingling.
Cool.
So it just depends on what you guys want to do.
Before we go anywhere, Mist is going to look at I almost called him Pikachu.
Pistachio?
Pistachio. And say, you said you came from the leather shop? That's your shop?
Yeah, I make a lot of leather goods. I make clothing, I make, you know, coats, I make sunscreen. As
She's
in
going
umbrellas,
to-
not actual lather on sunscreen.
She's gonna, I guess, I don't know where I keep it, tap her backpack or fanny pack, depending on where she'd keep it, her leather armor, and say, I was thinking I could maybe use a armor upgrade. Do you have any sort of studded leather armor I could purchase?
Oh yeah, probably.
She'll say, maybe we could, or maybe we'll stop by your shop, and then kind of stop for a minute and look back at him and be like, what kind of payment do you take here anyway?
With magic, food, trinkets, money if you've got it. It's less about the value and more about the...
Gotcha. Just wanted
It's
to
hard
make sure.
because this isn't my first language. And also because I can't think of the word.
Barter? Trade?
The feeling of the trade, but not the word feeling.
The
The vibe.
The vibe.
The vibe.
Like the act of the
The
transaction
value?
itself.
Yeah, the value, kind of. It's fine, you know what I mean. We don't have to figure out the word.
Interesting.
It's more about what you're trading and the intent you're trading it with. There you go. The intent.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to ask about that before we went any further.
Well, no problem. Not everybody has money, and the people that come here, some of them don't live in places that trade money. Like, when Pine got here, that dude, all he knew how to trade was rocks and acorns.
That's adorable.
Listen, his fucking pecan pie, super good.
Mm.
Who's?
Vitani said something.
Well, I think I'd like to see the goddess first, if that's all right. I'll catch up with you guys if you want to head somewhere else. Vitani turns to the others while pointing towards the goddess hall. Pistachio, what does the goddess look like?
Pistachio's gonna smile and just go, the nicest woman you will ever meet.
Hmm.
I agree. I kind of want to start there, see if she's available.
I can walk with you guys if you want me to.
As long as we're not keeping you busy. I know you closed up shop.
Oh, no, the shop is closed, but my stall out there, I have somebody running it for me. I came back here to just sort of away from the crowds for a little bit.
They'll look towards, shall we?
Sure. Do you want to go on the path, or do you want to go through the group? And by group, he
whichever
means,
way.
like, the center.
Rhea will look towards the group then. Any preference?
Along the path seems good. Give us a lay of the land as we go.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Pistachio is going to nod and start walking you guys back around the path. It's sort of behind the building. So he points out the shops as you go. He goes, that's the cloth shop, the fireworks there. They make a lot of glass things. That's just a store. These are some food stalls. Really good. Back there is the bookstore. Dude that runs there's kind of an asshole. Good, but kind of an asshole. And he keeps walking and talking with you guys. He's just jabbering and gibbering about the people that live here, about just sort of, he'll point at something and start going on a tangent. And then eventually he gets through the path and starts walking by all these houses, and people will raise their hands or say hi to him, and some will be like, oh, hey, how's business going? And he'll be like, oh, it's fucking fine. And you guys keep walking until you come up to these big trees. And there are these big, large steps leading up to this rectangular building that has a big, round, circled top. And as you get up there, there's a man sort of sitting in a lawn chair in front of the big, wide open doors, and he's playing cards with a squirrel that's sitting on the table. And he looks up, and he is broad-shouldered. Yes, this is who you think it is, Amber. And he has a bun. And he goes, oh, hi, Pistachio. And Pistachio goes, Dust! How are you doing? Are you winning? And Dust says, no. Really bashful.
Aww.
You won't know who this is. It's just kind of a callback.
Yeah. And Pistachio
A good
looks,
boy.
very good boy. He looks at the squirrel and says, is she in? Because they're new and they wanted to talk to her. And the squirrel kind of shivers a bit and shakes its shoulders and hops off the table, and as it hops off the table, it stands up and grows into a person. And a woman with dark black hair that just sort of falls over her shoulder, stretches out, shakes, her big fluffy tail wraps around her hip, and she says, I mean, she's in there, but she was about to head out.
Kind of new to this place and just kind of wanted to meet someone so recognized by everyone.
And Vitani couldn't help the huge smile on her face, which as she watched the card game happen between this guy and the squirrel.
The woman nods and says, "Do you want me to go get her, or do you guys want to go inside?" "I can go get her."
If we're allowed.
"I mean, you can go in if you want. I just didn't know if you wanted to go in. Some people, when they're new, they don't like going inside."
Rhea, look at Vitani.
Why?
Vitani's typing, so. She might have it.
She will say, "Well, the reason they don't like going inside is some places they're all like weird about, oh, I don't want to be sacrilegious, there's a god inside, you know, things like that."
Okay.
I mean, we don't
Out of
care.
character. They don't have gods, so.
I was about to say there's. I remember
Zulmar.
correctly that like no one on the plateau worships any kind of gods, right?
Yeah. By the way, I want all of you to roll an investigation check while you're doing this, so I can eat this and also so you can see a thing.
Okay.
I have a thing about that.
Ooh, 19 plus
Investigation.
investigation. 0.
Mhm.
Honey said,
I got a mod 20.
Woo woo woo!
Nice. Vitani said, "I wouldn't want to pull you from your game. I think we can find our way, right?"
I'm just waiting for everybody to roll.
Oh.
Ahsoka, Vitani, Rhea. The three of you notice that while you're talking to this woman, this squirrel shifter, the statue has walked over and lifted up her cards and shown them to Dust and then put them back down on the table.
Good.
Dust,
Let
by the way,
win.
when he sees the cards in her hands, he looks even like he's just more defeated. He's just sort of fuck.
Oh.
Poor boy.
He is losing.
Rails like muffle her chuckle.
The woman goes, "Alright, well, you guys can go on in. If she's not in the main room, then she'll just be out in a second. You can call out to her. Just see. No? Call Moon, her name. You guys have fun. Nice to meet you, I guess." And she jumps back onto the table and shifts back into a squirrel, and like her little hands scoop up her cards, and she holds them up and she just like peeks over the cards and then ducks back behind them, and then slowly puts one down on the table, and Dust just goes, "I'm never gonna win."
Oh, poor baby. Guess we'll head on inside.
Alright.
Oh, Vitani said, "Thank you. It was nice meeting you too." Vitani nods, then turns to walk inside toward us. She thinks.
As you guys enter this beautiful cathedral, the back walls are lined with stained glass that depicts different phases of the moon with clouds hanging around the edges. There's also a mural of something that looks like it's a flaming ball trying to break through a glass shield, and then you just see the earth below, and you see the depiction of a woman weeping tears over the earth itself, and she's below this sort of glass shield. And the tears that she is weeping are spreading out throughout the ground itself, and from it, it's landing on different animals. You also see a couple of benches, a couple of tables where more people are playing cards, and in the center, or not the center, but sort of the center back of the room, there's a woman with buzz-cut hair. Just straight buzz-cut, but it's pure white coming out of her hair, except for she has her sideburns. Those are long and braided, and they go down to about her, about right below her ribs. And she's wearing this white sheer dress, and she has her hands folded as two people walk around her quickly, and they're sort of pinning bits of her dress together or sewing things together, and she has gems on the trail of her dress, and she's looking away from everyone.
Does that look like the nicest lady that's ever been?
You can't super see her face, but you can see, like, when she turns to the side. She doesn't look angry, from what little glimpses you can catch of her. She's kind of smiling.
I mean, she's the only one that is being attended to, so I could assume.
Rhea kind of pulls back a little. She's just like, don't really know how to approach someone. So,
Yeah. I've
looks
never met a
to-
god before.
yeah, neither have I.
I don't think any of us have met one before.
Zulimar's just gonna start walking towards her.
Too casual.
Do you say anything, or do you just walk up toward her?
He's gonna say, hello, might you be Moon?
Alright, I'm gonna wait until Red finishes typing, and then I will respond to that.
Okay.
I've been so excited for you guys to meet this character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so ready!
Do we know the name Sycamore? Seems really familiar.
No. Wait, do you?
Okay.
I don't think you do. I'll double check. I don't.
What was Sugar's boyfriend's name?
Butter?
Oh, really?
Yeah?
I thought that was a different guy. Okay, never mind.
No. No.
Okay, Vitani. Type.
I have food in my mouth, so.
Okay. Vitani's eyes grow wide, and she's filled with the same sort of awe she'd felt back in the woods on that first day, seeing the brilliant. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Seeing that brilliant white stag. Her feet carry her toward the woman alongside Zulamar, though a little slower, and is afraid of making too much noise.
When Zulamar talks, the woman turns, and her eyes are milky white, but they slowly shift as she blinks through moon phases. It's just something you'll notice very slowly. It's just sort of like this silver white, and then it goes to like this dark gray, and then it moves back to the silver white, and it just keeps going. And she smiles at Zulamar, and then looks at Vitani and goes, "There's my bear. Wondering when I'd see you." And then she looks back at Zulamar and goes, "Yes, I'm Moon."
I'm Zulamar, and you. He looks around. He turns around to look at Vitani and goes, You already know her.
"She's my bear." And she points behind all of you and goes, "That's my wolf."
Zulamar's gonna wave for the others to approach.
Walk up as well.
Ahsoka's gonna stay at the door.
Ahsoka's like,
Augie's just like, oh, this must be one of those spiritual sort of experiences I am told people can experience, but I have never have any relation to at all in my life. This is not something I'm even capable of processing.
Zulamar's like,
I'm-
I'm just gonna treat this as a person.
I'm just gonna observe what happens and shut the hell up.
Yeah, sounds smart.
Moon's smiling at you guys and going, "You got here at a wonderful time."
Zulamar goes, Yes, the celebration looks like it's wonderful.
"Oh, I hope it is. I hope everybody has fun tonight." Oh, you get to experience it with yourselves, your true selves. And she looks at both Rhea and Vitani. Have you two got to meet yourself yet?
Yeah, briefly.
Oh, I love that. If you ever want to meet yourselves more, you just head to the minor tent, okay?
I'll nod.
Is there anything I can help you guys with while you're here?
We just feel a little, or I just feel a little
Lost?
yes, out of place, but at the same time, home.
You're never lost when you're here.
Rodney says, you know us. It's not a question. It's trembling and tender. It's more than she ever felt before. Above. Felt above. She doesn't know what else to say.
Of course I know you, honey. I know both of you. Inside and out. All the good and the bad. I saw you, and I knew that you needed someone. Something. So, I gave you a bear. Now you're a bear. Same with you. Except for yours is a little more hereditary. And she points at Rhea. And hey, you came down here and you got to feel it. Some of the rest of y'all don't get to feel that ever. And that's a shame, you know?
So you know we came from above as well.
I'm a goddess, I should.
I was about to read that like it was Vitani typing.
Batani says, Mr. Did I pronounce
New
that right?
password unlocked.
New challenger approaching.
Vitani asks, and you don't mind that we're from above?
Moon is going to look at the two people attending to her and wave them toward the door and say, go have fun. And the two people nod and they go out the door. And she sort of fluffs out the train of her dress and she walks forward a little bit and starts waving toward the big windows and looks up at it and goes, do you know what any of this is? Have any idea? But
Zolamar's going to shake his head.
that's for any of you, by the way.
I'm from. I don't think anyone
No.
acknowledges any kind of celestial higher being.
Waiting for Vitani to type something.
I don't recognize
Vitani
any
says,
of it.
no.
Vitani! Incorrect. Roll a history check.
Natural one. Still stays.
I was gonna say, like, this isn't something we've ever seen in Brother Bishop, right?
No, it's not something you would have seen in Brother Bishop.
Okay.
I assume Rhea doesn't recognize any of it either.
I think when he says incorrect,
That's
I
true.
assume it might have something to do with Vitani knowing about the stag.
Hold on, I'm typing it to you.
Vitani has since corrected her statement, saying, no, I don't think I recognize any of it.
Oh, whoa?
Drake.
Ah, gotcha.
Doo-doo.
Voodoo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you're looking at, Vitani. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I'll find a spot to wrap up real soon, I promise.
Lucky.
Vitani is typing.
Tippity type.
The white noise in this game is gonna drive me crazy. It's not even white noise, it's the absence of sound. Absence?
Mm-hmm.
Absence.
Absinthe. Wormwood.
You know, when I was a child, I was actually terrified of the absinthe fairy.
That's a weird fear for a child.
I mean, you watch one commercial as a kid that's got the absinthe fairy in it, and it's in your nightmares for the next couple of years.
I was gonna be like, oh, the Moulin Rouge fairy. Yeah, that was pretty terrifying.
No, that wasn't it. It was something else. It was a really old commercial of the absinthe fairy, where it was doing some nefarious shit to the people that were drinking the absinthe, and I was like, oh. Like, I've always known that don't fuck with Faye, but oh. My healthy respect is from childhood.
Valid. Okay, I can read that. Vitani says, wait. She takes a moment to observe the murals again, tilting her head as that conversation runs through her mind again. I was told something about this, about gods being cut off from other realms. She hums, brows furrowing. I still don't quite know what it all means, but that sounds a lot like what we're looking at.
Moon nods and says, yeah. This is why I don't blame you from where you come from. You didn't do this. You had no part in it, so why would I blame? Other people blame other people for things. But your actions I've known for your entire lives. You've not done anything bad. Not to me. This is a heavy conversation. Why don't you guys go and have some fun tonight? In the morning we can talk more. Is that alright with you?
I think that's fair.
Alright. I'm gonna go win myself a teddy bear. And she starts walking out of the goddess hall.
And Vitani hit.
Yeah. She agreed.
Vitani added, I think that sounds great.
And Oshi is making a beeline outside and is lighting up his pipe.
And
this is a smoking time.
And on that note, with that heavy revelation and that beautiful moment as a goddess walks out of her hall to win herself a fucking teddy bear, we're going to end tonight's session. I'm going to stop the recording in 3, 2,